Hey everybody, it's Mark Yagi. Welcome to another weekly market pulse. Today is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you and your lovers or lover, I guess I should say, if it's single. Maybe you got lovers, I don't know. Anyway, glad you're here. Hopefully you're having a great week. We are in the throes of a green market. Kind of went a little shaky last week where it went, we lost a green light. We're back to 4 greens. So that means that the probabilities are in our favor. It's a tailwind. We got a green market. 70% of a stock's action or direction comes from the direction of the market. So that's a good statistic to know to make you have a little certainty going into the market. Let's talk about the market and what we got going on. This is interesting, right? So here we go. This is this week's market. We got 4 green lights. You could see we just went green again on that 4th light. So all greens, four greens is an all systems are go type of thing. And you'll see why here. Everything's above the 50-day moving average. At least the NASDAQ is on a nice volume day yesterday above the 50. It's not quite at those all-time highs that it should be at with all this bullish action in the market, but we've had some technical issues with Nvidia and Apple and Tesla and a few of the other stocks, but good things are happening in the market, so we like that. The S&P 500, you could see above the 50-day moving average, trying to take out that all-time high. It's right here at all-time highs. So listen, you've got to ignore the noise, right? Oh, tariffs are going to take the market down. Oh my God, we're going into a recession. People are getting fired and all these agencies and all this crap that you're listening to on TV. It doesn't matter, right? When it comes to making money in the market, you're smarter than most people. So remember that. And you can see the markets are shrugging off all this bad news and all these things that are going to tank the market. None of it's happening, guys. Maybe it'll happen. I don't know. But all these people that are predicting stuff, I don't predict anything. I just try to play the probabilities, right? So we got probabilities on our side in the green market. Dow Jones, look at that thing. It's way above the 50. It wants to go to that $45,000 level. Can't quite get there. It's only up 1% today or something, not even 0.5%. Just can't get up there. Same with the New York. But look, they're all above the 50-day moving average. Good things happen above the 50-day moving average. Maybe some buying happens, or we get some announcement over the weekend, and then we're all pretty happy. The volatility index, I call this the panic index. Panic is going down. It's below the means. So that's good stuff. And I want to point out what's going on in gold. You could see gold hitting an all-time high yesterday. It's off that today a little bit, but who cares? Bottom line is gold is going up. Why is gold going up? Well, people are starting to realize that the currency is not all they thought it was going to be. So you know this. If you put your money $100 in the bank last year, well, you can only buy about $90 worth of goods this year with the same $100, right? Because we have inflation. I know the Fed will tell you and lie to you and tell you it's 2%, but you go and you want to buy eggs at 10 bucks a dozen, it ain't 2%. You want to go buy a car or a house or whatever, it ain't 2%. It's a lot more. It's 11%. So if you're not getting 11%, you're going backwards. But gold, which is a semi-scarce asset, not a totally scarce asset, the higher gold goes, the more people will mine it. There's something going on in physical gold, okay? So this is a chart of the GLD shares, which tracks gold. Problem is GLD shares is not physical gold. And so when people want to get physical gold, they got paper backing it up here, right? And so all of these central banks and all these stores of gold around the world are having to come up with the physical gold when it's being requested. And that's creating an upside squeeze. That might create a big crash one day, but I don't know about that anytime soon. But there is an upside squeeze going on that. And you could see it in the chart. Look at that chart, lower left to upper right, for pretty much the whole year, let alone the last couple of weeks. So gold has been interesting. But you know what? On the other side of it, the gold bugs should be going higher. Gold bugs is like the miners and the ancillary, things around gold. And that's not going up nearly as much as gold is. It's actually gone down a bit until the last couple of months. And now it's going up, but it's not anywhere near the highs. It should be at the highs. But what is that telling you? It's telling you that the miners and all that stuff, why they think things are going on that are good, it's not as great as the physical gold, which is an actual squeeze on the commodity itself. So it's an interesting thing. I'll keep you posted on as we go forward, but that's going to kind of dictate what's going on in the financial markets. I look at the financial markets around the world, not just what's going on here. And there's something going on with gold, and it's going to be interesting. I think if it goes too much higher, it's going to be out of whack with the stock market, and something may happen one way or the other. So anyway, Let's go through some of our most active ones, at least in our mastermind group. A lot of us have Apple. I'm looking at Apple at an early entry. I've been trying to wait all year to see where it's going to go. And it's above the 50-day moving average, at least right now. I'd like to see a little more volume so I can get a little bit of an early entry, but that's not too bad. Nvidia back over the 50-day moving average, but not on volume. I want to see some volume. I want to see some conviction. So I've always said Nvidia is in a bit of a late stage base, so it's hard to buy. And you could see over the last 3 or 4 months, it's just been chopping around between 100 and 150, 100 and 150. That's a big move, right? But of late, it's been chopping between 150 and 130. So, there's not a lot of breakouts going on in Nvidia like we saw last year, but still a good company, I guess. Tesla has, this is a hard one to hang on to. I love the company, really don't like the stock these days because it does these huge moves from 245 a year ago or a few months ago, 6 months ago, actually, to double that to 48.88, back down to 320. And, it's a tough one to stay in because it's so volatile, but what a beautiful story they have. The number one selling car is the Model Y, and they've got trucks that are being ordered. And this is Elon Musk does an amazing amount of things, whether you like him or not. You can't argue with his results. MicroStrategy, which I know a lot of you are in, this one can't get out of its way. It's not going down and crashing. It's still got great relative strength, but it's not going up either. It's just kind of weak. There's not a lot of good things to say about MicroStrategy, except that it's not going down, if that's a good thing to say. So be careful in that if you're sitting here trying to be Nostradamus and predict that it's going to go to 1,000. Yeah, it probably will, but I don't know when, and you don't know when. You should probably be selling calls against it while you wait so you can get some income. That's what we specialize in. But I love MicroStrategy, the company, but the stock right now, I don't know. There's a lot of people waiting on the sidelines to see what happens because there's not any conviction. Nothing. Look at this. Not one bar in the last month or month and a half over the average volume. Not one. Interesting. Amazon, not a thing wrong here. Just testing its 50-day moving average. Not doing it on volume. Whatever. It's Amazon. And I think people were disappointed with their last results, but I don't think they're that bad. It's Amazon. Like, come on. Coinbase had incredible results on the other hand. I think they doubled their earnings or something crazy. If you look at these earnings per share, up 350%, up 999, up 132. Like they're doing some stuff right finally at Coinbase. But look, the stock's still in a very long consolidation and it's not reflecting the good things going on. It's back under the 50-day moving average. So we need some strength. All right, one more here. The iShares Bitcoin Trust. You want to trade Bitcoin and you don't care about having it in cold storage, well, these Bitcoin trusts are just fine until they're not. But anyway, this is a good tracking stock or ETF for Bitcoin. Let's leave it there, huh? Listen, thanks for being here. I hope that helps. Just trying to give you a picture of what's going on in the world so that you could fit yourself into it. Or maybe just buck the whole thing altogether because there's some weird stuff going on in the world. But I sure appreciate you being here every week on the Market Pulse. We're here every Friday. I try to get it out, early afternoon, so maybe you can act on it. But sure appreciate your being here. I'll see you on the next Market Pulse and have a great weekend. Take care.